Hello, this is Prison Architect Expert, and this is episode 2 of me starting a prison with £0. So you know exactly how to work your money, how to design your prison, and generally how to expand it starting from £0 because it can be a struggle for some people. Now, if you didn't see the first episode where I built a holding cell and the first sort of couple of grants with this holding cell, the shower, the kitchen, and everything like that, then go back to the video. You can see really how I've been frugal with money, and I'll give you some tips on how to save some money and get some with grants, prisoners, and also keeping the game running. So I've just spent quite a lot of time planning what I'm going to do for this episode. So this is going to be the restructure before expanding the prison for more prisoners. So if we go into planning mode, this is what I'm deciding to do. So I'm going to take out these solitary cells here. This area here is going to be the reception area. So prisoners will get dropped off in this delivery area here. They'll get brought into reception through here, and this is going to be a corridor. Now they can either go into the holding cell or they can go through this tunnel here into the dormitory, into this medium security cell block. Let's get rid of those, that's annoying me. I've then added solitary cells here, and this is going to be our garbage and our storage area. Okay, so like I said before in the first episode, this is going to be a hallway, this shower. So I'm going to move the shower here, and this is going to be a hallway for all of these offices. I'm going to give the warden a nice big office, and then this is going to be a staff room. We're going to sort of make all of these rooms, you'll see in a bit, we're going to make them to fulfill all of the needs of our prisoners to make sure that everyone is happy. So let's get building, and you can see my thought process and also just generally how I do it. How am I going to demolish all of these walls, move these offices here to here, and build all of this without these prisoners escaping. So let's get down to it. So we're going to start by just building some fences just to get used to seeing what the front is going to look like. So fence there, fence there, fence here. I'm not building these fences here because this is going to be foundations, okay? That's the reason why, if any of you were wondering. In fact, it might be helpful if I actually run the game so that these workmen can get to work. I'm then going to plan this out. So we've now got deliveries here. We're going to do garbage here. And we're going to do some storage here. And we can take out this. So the next thing I'm going to do is demolish these walls here, okay? So we go to walls, demolish walls, being very careful not to demolish anything inside this prison because the prisoners might see a hole in the wall and start running out of it. Now these were marked as solitary, so now we're gonna just remove these. What you've got to make sure is that there are no prisoners inside the solitary. If you do have prisoners inside solitary when you do this, you can do an action on them and take them out of solitary, or put them in lockdown, or just build another solitary somewhere else. Just to do this. Lovely. Now it's time to start building the foundations. So let's start with, I'll tell you what we're going to do to start with is just the reception area. So let's build it here. like so. Like that. And they are going to get to work. We're then going to build this as a foundation, this as a foundation, and then we're going to come across all the way over to here. I do it in little drabs just so I can keep an eye on the amount of money that we're losing. Okay. I'm then going to come up and build this one and this one here. Oh, geez, not that one. Just that one there. The next thing I'm going to do is, in a minute, once we can get an entrance through here, I'm going to move the shower block into there. So let's just see these people go to work. In fact, just for my mind, let's delete. These are just plannings that I'm deleting, okay? Here. And have they built? They didn't build. Oh no, they have built fences. Yeah, they built fences. So let's take out this as well. Oh. Planning. And here. Beautiful. So we've got, hopefully there's a gap. Oh no, did I? Oh, there's a gap there. Sweet. Yeah, that's perfect. Cool. So like I said before, they're going to come through here and we're going to put a jail door here. So doors, a large jail door into that. And then also one here and one there, just to make it really secure so they can't do a runner. And then we're going to put in the walls like so, and we're going to demolish these ones here to make it a nice flow going through there. Now we can take this out. So once they've taken that away, we can build a wall there. Lovely. So let's put a wall in here. And we'll do the same for this one. There we go. And then we can build a wall here. And, oh actually, hang on, no, that's going to be our shower, isn't it? Silly me. So we're going to put a door there, pop in a couple of showers, objects, shower, 1, 2, 3, with some drains, 2, 3. And then we're going to delete all of this, make that their shower. And then we're going to delete this, dismantle these two walls. And get rid of these objects. Dump that, dump that. Beautiful. So hopefully these should start taking place. We can then get some water into here. So let's just put that there, and we can dismantle these ones there, like so. Got to make it tidy underneath the ground, haven't we? Lovely. So this is all coming together. So you might wonder how staff are going to get in here. I'm going to create an entrance here for staff to get into this hallway to get into their offices. That's how that's going to work. Beautiful. And just to make it nice and clear what's going on, let's put some nice, what shall we do? Let's do some stone here. That'll look nice. Lovely, because we're still doing all right for money, aren't we? 41 grand. Beautiful. So that's being built. We can take this door out. And let's pop in a load of walls here. So we're going to want a wall there and a wall here. We're going to dismantle this wall for the office. And then we're going to start creating these offices here. Lovely. And then whilst we can remember, we'll pop in some staff doors here, here, and here, and there, and here. Lovely. So once this foundation has been made, I am going to then want to make the entrance, because then this is all going to be blocked off. So we can create, I'll just make a hole in the wall for now. Are we going to be building a, okay, let's build a wall here. I feel like a project manager with about 1 billion things in my head going on all at the same time. So the psychologist says that our prisoners have a drug problem. What a shame. Oh, it looks like a fight is going to break out soon. Oh dear. Right, and then let's get solitary moving. So let's do this. That around there. Lovely. And then, I don't know if you remember from the first episode, but what we'll do is we'll just create a door there, just to make sure that no prisoners can escape whilst we're making all of this. Lovely. So let's see what they've got as needs. So these are all of our prisoners' needs. So recreation. So we're going to be building a common room, don't worry. We're going to be unlocking a few things in the bureaucracy. So one of those things, let's think about what we need first. So we've got these two, prison labour. I think we need, I'll tell you what we can do is look at our grants, visitation rights, there we go, we're going to do that. And then I'll tell you what, let's do some patrols. So let's unlock patrols in the bureaucracy. So we want patrols. Oh, we need a chief, don't we? Silly boy. Right, let's do this as an office. Office here. And then we can make that the chief's office, then he can do the patrols. Lovely, so that's all being built. Now this is all blocked off, I'm going to take out these two. So let's demolish these walls. What I was going to do as well, actually, is this was initially a security room. I'm going to make this a security room and this a kennel. So yeah. And then, so now we've got all of this sorted. We've got enough money to do all of this. It's a crazy amount of money, isn't it? 12 grand. Oh dear, all of this money. Right. Let's put an entrance in here. There you go. Lovely, so this is still being built. I tell you what, we've got the money. We may as well just hire a couple more workmen just to get this sorted. There we go. Might make it a bit better because they probably need some rest. And then let's make a staff room. Or was that going to be? I think this was going to be the staff room actually. Oh well. Cool. So that is all still being built. That's fine. Look, all of these poor people who actually run the prison don't even have electricity. The prisoners have got a better life than them. Anyway, they've taken out those 2 walls, lovely. So now these are going to be able to have access to build this office. Filing cabinet should be coming in, and then we can get a chief. So let's see where the chief is. Don't worry, mate, your filing cabinet's coming soon. Beautiful. He's now researching patrols. So let's do this. So if we build some more offices here, like so, and then we'll get a chair. It annoys me that the items move around so much. Office desk. Am I just being... Oh, here we go, a chair. Lovely. Chair, and a chair. Sweet, that's all we need so far. And then once all of these are built, I'm going to wipe these out and they can all just go in there. So this is going to be our visitation room. Oh, it's all kicking off in there. Oh dear, someone's damaged the toilet. Right, now because some of them have been naughty, let's make them a solitary. So you'll see on the internet a lot of solitary cells are just like 2x1 cells. The thing is, you want your prisoners to become suppressed in solitary, and by having those small cells, that's never going to happen. So you do want to give them a little bit like a bed and a toilet, really as a minimum, I would say. So I'll just chuck in some beds there. We'll put in the toilet later, but for now, let's just get these solitary doors, and let's make it proper doors this time. Now that we've got a bit of money. Now the difference between this door secure and the solitary door is the door secure, the one that I'm popping in. The caterers can pop food in there as well, so that can fulfil their food needs, which is good. Of course, all kicking off. Oh, the janitor's been killed. I'll tell you what. Let's chuck in a couple more guards. There you go. Because something needs to happen. Oh, he's now a maximum. Yeah, he was the one that killed him then. God, you're a naughty boy, Alex Denning. What has he been done for? Multiple crimes, including murder and kidnapping. And he's still got a girlfriend. Crazy. What is wrong with this world? Anyway, so this is going to be visitation. This is going to be our armory. So if we build a wall here, I'll just put a little space in there for now. Wait for this foundation to be completed. And then we can start thinking about our utilities and how we're going to fuel all the electric. So this should actually not be too bad. Let's pop in some capacitors. Oh. Yeah, that should do us for now. Just 2, because we've got 15,000. We're running out of money. It's because we hired all of those bloody guards. God, look, and that's been... Look, they've damaged the water cooler. God. And they've killed the cleaner. So they're not going to get a cleaner for a while now. Jeez. They need to think before they act. Have we unlocked patrols yet? Lovely. Right, so assign 3 guards to patrol routes. This will be easy. Easy money. So patrols, blue patrol. Let's just go here. So we'll do assign this one there. We'll do 1 in the yard. Assign that one there. And then we'll also have 1 just coming up and down here, just to make sure that the entrance is secure. Lovely. Oh, we need to hire we need to hire 1 more guard to fulfill this. Okay, fine. Let's hire 1 more guard. There we go. Now we got some money, baby. Right. Lots of people have serious complaints. Oh dear. Not good at all, is it? Okay, now let's think about our utilities. So we're going to need electric in here. We're going to need electric going through here. We're also going to need electric going through here. And then we can do all of this bit a bit later. Oh, actually, let's bring that across to there. And that'll do that bit. Lovely. God, when are these going to be fixed? Oh, actually, it was probably too dangerous for them, that's why. Right, so they need to eat. Oh, they probably already have eaten. Okay, fine, that makes sense. Whilst we're at it, let's hire a couple more workmen. Lovely. God, they're not cheap, are they, the workmen? Inflation and all that, I suppose. And these guys are waiting for solitary. Okay, that's fine. Let's get this solitary up and running then. So, rooms. Solitary, that one is good to go. That one's good to go. That one is good to go. So these prisoners should be now brought into solitary. Of course, through that door. That doesn't help. Let's demolish some walls. And we will take away... take away that door. Dump the door. And put in a wall. The worry is that before that wall gets constructed, a prisoner's going to escape, but because they're all sleeping, it should be fine. Ta-da! There we go. And we have solitary. Cool. So rooms, solitary. Let's make sure all of these are there. Lovely. And we've got a Polaroid to look at. Ah, he looks sad in solitary. What a shame. Shouldn't have been naughty. Right, so these foundations are taking a very long time, aren't they? You see this refund amount, 9,000. I think that is because by demolishing a lot of things, we've actually saved money because it goes into storage. So things get reused in this game. It doesn't just get binned off and then you have to get new foundations. So yeah, it's quite good, that bit. Right, so let's create some offices. So office there, and let's create offices all across there. We can then wipe out these ones. And then I assume the foreman's office, warden's office, lovely. So everyone's now got an office, which is good. Now let's just completely bulldoze this and this. Lovely. Cool, there's blood on the floor. All sorts is going on. Let's get another cleaner. Okay, so we need... I think a visitation room will be quite good. I think that'll calm the prisoners down fairly quickly, and the common room. And then we'll get a lot more money in, and also the prisoners will generally be a bit more happy. So utilities, let's get this in to there, and to here. Hopefully that should be enough. Maybe let's bring that one up. Cool. And then let's start building some rooms. So again, bit of a risk. Hopefully it will pay off. Demolishing that wall before getting rid of that, but we'll see what happens. So let's dump that. As soon as that's gone, I'm building a wall straight away. These prisoners make such weird noises, don't they? Ugh. Makes you think they go up to something. Right, cool. So then we can build a wall there. God, I'd hate to be in prison so much. Right, now, I have got plans for all of these rooms, don't worry. I'm going to tell you them all in a minute. Thought I might just get all of these constructed. Oh, we got a couple trying to escape. Come on, build the wall, goddammit. Oh, I wonder where they're escaping to. Yeah, so he's escaping as well. Okay, that's been marked urgent now. Okay, so what I said was going to happen, so we've got 2 people escaping. I'll tell you what. Oh man, they didn't even catch him. Come on, get them. Stop them from escaping. Just wasted a load of money on you guys. Lovely, there you go. Right now, come on. Let's build this. Oh god, now they're all at it. Come on, workmen, build this. Lovely. Okay, there we go. That's why you should always put that wall in before taking that wall out. And then let's sack some of our guards because we've got too many. It's causing us to... I'll tell you what, let's just do the tired ones, the ones that don't want to work as hard. Lovely, there we go. Now we're in a bit more profit. Cool. So these walls are being made, the utilities are being done. Let's make, I'll tell you what, let's put in a door here. Yeah. And then we can put in a wall here. Now this is going to be visitation, so we'll put in, let's just put in a jail door, make it feel a little bit more jaily. And object, let's just do the room first, visitation. And pop in a few visitor tables. There we go. At least there's a little alleyway that they can pass through there. Lovely. So that's the visitation that's going to be set up. At this point in the game, you're going to have prisoners start needing to do parole. So I've just built 3 parole rooms here for the time being. This room here is going to be their common room. Once these 3 get installed. So rooms, common room. So we need 2 TVs. 2 TVs, God. Let's put one there. Put one here. We can put some sofas. That. There. Put some phone booths there. Pool table. What other things do we need in here? 5 phone booths, there's 4. Oh, typical. Although saying that, we do have 2 in there, so that'll probably work fine. And then I'm going to put a load of chairs in here because that's for a reform program. Lovely. And then rooms, parole. Parole and parole. All they need in there is a visitor table. God, these prisoners are going nuts, aren't they? They're really not happy at the moment. Recreation. What's in their regime? Ah, okay, fine. Let's do work free time here. And then we can do some free time here. Lovely, there you go. That might help them out a little bit. That'll make them a little bit happier. It was too dangerous. How funny is that? Lovely. Cool. And this is going to be a chapel. And this is going to be an office for another psychologist. Okay. Lovely. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this office, because if we hire a psychologist that we want in that office, it might automatically put them there. I don't really know why, but that's just what it does. Cool. So let's put in stuff for the chapel. So we need an altar. We need some pews. And a prayer mat. Lovely. Alrighty, and then we're on the way to a bit of reform in this prison. That's what this jail needs at the moment. Okay. So what I tend to do is I read through this, right? See what's going on. So we've met a couple of these grants now, which is good. Let's do this one. So dog handlers and armed guards. That'll be a nice one to do. And then we can unlock prison. Well, actually, we need to unlock armory and dogs, and then prison labour. Sweet. So now, once these free parole ones, in fact, once all of this is done, I'll show you how to do the programs. Okay, that's quite important. And then I think we'll call it there. So yeah, actually, let's make this the reception. Why can I never find the rooms? Here we go. Lovely there. And this is going to need an office desk and a chair. We can welcome them in. Let's give them a swivel chair. here and here, and then some tables. Oh, blimey. Table, 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 table. And then let's take this plan out. Beautiful. So that's set up nearly. These guys are watching TV. We can pop in a office desk and a chair, filing cabinet and a chair. And then you'll see over in the grants that the behavioural therapy is a psychologist in an office, and each participant needs a sofa or a wide sofa. So that's when I put in a load of sofas. So we just put in a load of wide sofas here. Lovely. And that's going to be the psychologist's office. So we've got free parole set up. So we do parole. So then you click. Why can I not? Oh, required prison policy. Of course. That is going to be here. Okay, fine. Then we can do get prisoners out of here. That'll be good. Okie dokie. So we've got people visiting, people in solitary. Their needs are being met. They seem a bit happier now. Now that they've got a TV and things like that. That's going to be, let me guess, some prisoners enjoying a game of pool. There we go. Look at that. Lovely. Cool. We can do the chapel programs, parole programs. Let's get a psychologist in there. Lovely. And we're all going to be good. So, prison policy hasn't got long to go. Armory and dogs we need. That's going to start in a minute. Beautiful. We can actually do prison labour now. So let's make this a laundry room. So that needs a laundry machine. Let's make a couple of these. A couple of ironing boards. And then just fill it up with laundry baskets. There you go. Cool. And then these are going to need electric and water. So, they'll have electric from that. And then the water. Oh, beautiful. This has just been planned for us. That goes in there like that. Sweet. So, I'm going to set up these programs. I'll tell you a bit about that. And then we'll leave it there before we expand into cell block B or C. I don't know where we got to now. So, programs. You need programs to reform your prisoners and reduce their reoffending rate. All of these programs have to be done during the work time, right? So if you have a program, for example, that lasts for 2 hours, in your regime you have to have at least 2 hours of work time back to back. Yes, at least 2 hours in here to make sure that they can fulfill that program. For example, the parole hearing. The parole hearing's 4 hours, but you don't actually need to put 4 hours of work in there. I don't know why, but all the others you do. So 1, 2, 3, because we have 3 parole rooms, so we can do 3 of those. Kitchen safety and hygiene. Now, each cook can do a session. So let's just do 2 of those, right? Behavioural therapy, that's going to be led by the psychologist in the office, 2 hours. That's good because we've got 2 hours worth of stuff. So that goes in there, and we've only got one psychologist in his office with wide sofas, so that can be that. This is led by a doctorate in an infirmary, so we can start that. We've got 2 beds and we've got 2 doctors. So if we do 2 there, 1 for each bed. And then we go to alcoholics group. That's led by a psychologist in the common room. So we can do that one because we've got a second psychologist down in his office somewhere. Psychologist office, so he can make his way up to the common room to do that session. And then lastly, spiritual guidance in a chapel. We can do that there. And the spiritual guidance is 2 hours. Alcoholic group therapy is 2 hours. Pharmacological treatment is 1 hour. Behaviour therapy is 2 hours. Kitchen safety is 2 hours. So actually, the amount of work that we've got is sufficient. So we only need 2 hours of work in their regime. But we're going to be assigning some jobs in a minute in the laundry. So yeah, I hope we'll leave this bit one here because we've restructured the prison. We've expanded it to fulfill the prisoner's needs. And we've changed around the prison a little bit to make it a little bit more difficult for them to get out, and a lot more just succinct in the way that the prison looks and the way that it flows through the prison. There are a few things to fix up. For example, these lights can be dumped. That staff room needs a few objects in, and I'll get that done for the next episode, but I won't do too much so you don't miss out. If you like this and if you got something from it, please comment down below if it's something that you liked, or if there's something that you didn't like. Chuck it in there and I'll respond. But if you're liking what I'm doing at the moment, please like this video, and please subscribe to this, what is going to be an amazing YouTube channel. Until then, I'll see you next time.